Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-8888-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Barry the Boater, and Mike the Mariner rounding out the crew as we attempt to navigate the latest boating news and information on this Labor Day weekend. Pretty busy time out on the water. Once again, probably last big blowout for a lot of folks, cruising with us today as they get ready to wrap up for the summer season. I mean, here in Florida where we're based, it never ends.
This is the beginning.
That's right. That's right. I mean, in Florida, this is probably the beginning of one of the best months out of the year to go boating because kids are going back to school. So less people out on the water, except for the locals and folks that are still, living down here. And it's still warm from the summer months, or warm-ish. And then, but the winds haven't picked up yet for the winter months, so the water can be a lot calmer, clearer. Great for scuba diving, great for boating. It can still be pretty warm, Barry. You'll sweat all through September. But
no, I don't have a problem with that as long as the water's a little bit cooler. But as far as this weekend's concerned, like last year, it looks like this weekend is going to be a blowout. There are thunderstorms everywhere.
Well, down in South Florida, huh?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of that you got to dodge. But if you get in between the storms, it's a pretty nice time to be out there boating. Less crowds. Past this weekend, I should say. Yeah.
You can't outrun a storm, and already Mike knows what lightning does to your boat.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. Or you can do what Joe from Motor City Boat Works did when he told us out about his Norway adventure. He just went to Norway for the entire summer season and got away from the hot weather and just had an amazing experience on an electric trawler.
That had to be awesome.
Oh, it was a great show. If you didn't catch it, go listen to last week's show. It was quite enlightening. And I think he's a convert. He was a little suspicious, like, I don't know if this electric trawler idea is gonna work, but he got out there and he did it, and he's like, man, I'm a convert. This is the future. This is pretty impressive. Yeah.
I did speak to him about that, and he is a convert to a point.
Well,
he still says the weak spot is the
infrastructure.
Is the power supply,
right?
And how you go about recharging it and how fast it takes to charge.
Yeah, they're a little ahead of the curve there in Norway.
Oh, they're way ahead of the curve up there.
Yeah, but
they are moving with the infrastructure already.
A few more years, who knows? Maybe that will be what we catch up to with the folks there from across the pond. I don't know. We will have to see. But it was kind of interesting getting his perspective on cruising with an electric trawler. Now, Mike the Mariner's old school. I mean, yours is more of a yacht, I guess. It's not a trawler. What you cruiser?
It's a motor yacht.
Motor yacht, right?
Twin diesels, but it's not a trawler. Doesn't have a keel. It's a planing hull.
Right.
Although it's not a fast boat. It's not much faster than trawlers. I mean, wide open. I might get 20 knots out of it if I really am trimmed out well, but most of the time 16 knots is about all I can do.
Well, that's probably about double what
his boat was doing.
Well, from what he said.
You could pop on a turbocharger on that little engine there.
And do what?
Yeah.
They just go faster.
Mike's engine, yeah.
Oh, I've got twin turbos.
You do?
Oh yeah. Most diesels these days, it's hard to find a diesel that doesn't have a turbo now.
Mm-hmm.
Even on trawlers, the small displacement, small horsepower engines still have turbos, and it's not just to boost power; it's also to boost efficiency.
Right.
The turbos are actually, very efficient. But I think you could still get like some John Deere motors that are, in the 80 to 90 horsepower range that are non-turbo, that are on some of the manatees. Those trawlers that are called manatees. But,
they are?
Yeah, there's a trawler called a Manatee, and it's really cool. It's got a flat bottom. They build them up in Jacksonville. And,
Wow.
It's a really great coastal cruiser and
Yeah.
lots of room, but wide open, you get 6 knots out of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, you got to stop
About
and
as fast as a manatee.
well, they
Yeah.
it's probably they don't want to have a manatee take out a manatee, so
Right.
just slow them
I
down.
spend most
Be safer.
Yeah. Yeah, and I spend most of my time at trawler speeds. I mean, even though I can go 16, 17 knots up on plane, this boat spends most of its time doing 7 to 8 knots.
Yeah.
So
Well, do you ever see in the future that you would go electric like this? Give up maybe a little speed for, dependability as far as like no moving parts and no engine to maintain, no oil, no gas, that kind of thing.
yeah, I would absolutely do that if the range was there
Right.
and you can plug into a standard 50 amp connection at a dock and not have to have any other special connections, which
Right.
I believe they're heading that way. So, yeah, I would look at that. Absolutely. I've already thought about, in the future, I remember the the catamarans that we were talking about that were solar powered.
Mm-hmm.
But I would probably do a hybrid there. You could do a diesel, and still get like 4,000 miles because it runs on electric most of the time.
Right.
I think hybrid's probably a great trade-off.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that would be the jump point, like go to hybrid, and then until we get
Yeah.
the full infrastructure in, then
Mhm.
maybe full electric be a way to go. The only downside the hybrid, you're not getting the benefit of the no moving parts element, which is one of
Not
the
true.
big draws of electric. I think. I mean, the fact that what I'm really sold on the whole idea of electric is that you get rid of the engine. And you don't have to deal
Yeah.
with any of that potential, those fault points that the engine brings into the mix. Electric motor is either going to work or it's not. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
And depending on where you use your boat and how you use your boat, full electric is great as long as you have the infrastructure around
right.
to recharge, right?
To
And
juice up.
uh,
Yes.
but if you go to very remote areas, if you're roaming around the Caribbean, it's probably a little more difficult because it's actually more common for larger yachts to stay on their generator the entire time.
Right. Well, the one thing
rather than
Joe
plugging.
was saying last week, Mike, and I thought, well, hey, this thing's fully electric. You obviously have solar panels on it. Well, can that help you extend the range and that kind of thing? He said, nope. He said the solar panels are purely for like generator power.
House power.
Yeah.
House power.
And
Yes.
you can't use that to help juice the power plant, evidently.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't generate enough power to for the propulsion batteries. It needs a whole lot more power.
Yeah. Come on, Elon, let's go. Good Lord.
But for a hybrid system, the one thing you didn't think about is that most engines run at variable speeds, which is not the best thing in the world for an engine. What you do with a hybrid system is that the generator that creates the electric, and this is like a diesel locomotive. A diesel locomotive has a diesel engine that creates power. The motors actually run by electric motors are actually moving the trains. And that's the same thing with a hybrid boat, is that you would have a generator set up to run at a certain RPM,
Mm-hmm.
steady all the time to create the electricity for the electric motor. So you could run at the most efficient point of where this engine runs, steady all the time.
Okay.
Yes, and it does that automatically. So, in that application, you start the motor, you don't have a throttle, you don't have any of that. It automatically ramps up to the proper RPMs
Right.
and runs the generator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once again, you still got the motor, and you haven't
Yes.
eliminated the oil, the gas, the fault points that having a motor in the system
But they're
causes. So
generally very small. I mean, it's generally a 4-cylinder John Deere or
just enough to get it done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Exactly.
totally knocking it. I'm just saying the full benefit of having electric isn't quite there yet. But hey, it's the future, and it'll be here before we know it. All right, more coming up on the World of Boating. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traditional boat hooks are bulky, take up too much space, and sink. Switch to the Revolve Tech USA 3-in-1 boating tool. A marine tough, compact system replacing your boat hook, stiff brush, and soft brush. The Revolve Tech USA 3-in-1 tool extends to 6 feet, then rolls up to just over 4 inches and floats. Upgrade to the Revolve Tech USA 3-in-1 tool for more utility, less gear, and zero compromises. Get 10% off with coupon code WORLD10 at smartboattool.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the world of boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Welcome aboard. I will be your captain. You'll be my scallywags. I don't know what that means, but you will be them. And here's how we play.
Thank you for your attention and welcome aboard.
Let's go.
This is the World of Boating. Greg Reverse May, Barry the Boater, Mike the Mariner rounded out the crew. Okay, so the transition to electric power plants, you think it's just a matter of time, Mike? Is that the way we're going?
I do think so. I think over time, battery technology is going to improve and motor efficiency will improve. And I think we'll get to a point where I don't know that diesel and gasoline will completely go away, but I think the percentage of boats on the water with electric power only will start to go up. There are some limitations. I mean, it's going to be really tough to get power and weight under control in certain applications like personal watercraft, like jet skis. I think that is, they do make an electric version of a jet ski, but it's heavy and it doesn't go very far. So
yeah.
But I think as time goes, technology will get better, and heck, down the road maybe there'll be tiny little nuclear reactors on boats. And
now you're talking. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll just throw our garbage in the fuel tank like in Back to the Future.
Yeah. That was a fusion generator.
Yeah, and the flux capacitor will kick in and we'll be good to go. All right. You think it's is that the case for you too, Barry? You think that's where we're headed?
But I think the hybrid as a middle point
stepping
between
stone,
all fuel and all electric is going to be the way to go with a lot of these newer boats and stuff like that. Because,
all right.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. You said you're out on an island somewhere in the Bahamas. Maybe you can't plug in, but you can still get fuel. You could still run the little engine to run your electric boat.
Right. All right. Well, you've made your predictions, and I'm right there with you. I don't know, 5 to 10 years. What do you think, Barry? I'll put a number on it.
I would say you're going to see a lot more of it within the next 5 years, depending on a few things that we're not going to discuss on the show.
Okay. What the
Well,
an
because
atomic
it
bomb
depend,
or
it,
a
no,
solar
it depend.
flare or
No, some in the current administration do not believe in electric, and they are actually doing things like they stopped a almost completed wind farm out in the ocean somewhere on the Atlantic. They just stopped it, and
well,
it's almost completed.
yeah, but that's
I mean,
not solar. That's not
no, it's electric. But the point is that all the electric that we were pushing a few years ago, all of a sudden they put the brakes on it. So when you put the brakes on that, what you're telling is the people that are trying to invest and build these things over in this country, they're saying, well, we're not going to spend our money here. We're going to lose it. But
yeah.
other countries are going to take over. And if they become good at it, we're either going to pay through the nose to the other countries or we're not going to have it.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's one way to look at it. What do you think there, Mike? 5, 10
I think,
years? That's what my guess is.
I think, well, it'll be driven by demand and economics if we do it the right way.
Yeah.
If we try to legislate towards that, then,
Yeah.
then you're going to kill the market because people are going to say, okay, well, fine, I just won't buy a new boat. I'll just buy
Right.
used boats. And
Well, let the
people are-
technology catch up, and if it works,
make it,
people are going to buy it. Yeah.
you have to make it desirable, which means you have to have a market with a boat that performs whether it's a speedboat or a trawler or a motor yacht or a pontoon boat. If its propulsion system is electric and it gives you the range you need and the reliability you need and the performance you need, you're going to make it desirable and people will want to buy it. If you
Right.
basically try to legislate and say, hey, we're going to demand all boats be electric, then people are just going to go, whoa.
I'm not saying that you would legislate that, but you also don't stop the innovation either.
Well,
So,
no one's
you know,
stopping
I think the
anything,
market-
are they?
I think,
Yeah,
I think the
they
mar- I
are.
think- yeah, but I think the market drives innovation because people start to innovate based on what they believe people would buy.
Right.
And you innovate in that direction, you make it desirable, and you will sell it.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
windmills.
if-
The windmills aren't working, Barry, because we already have
Okay.
sailboats. So
Sure. Okay. that makes total nonsense. So wait. So the people that would normally sit here and innovate because they see a future market here, if they don't see anyone backing them up, but if some other country innovates and comes up with something like a fast charge, low weight power supply,
Yeah.
they're going to own the
Absolutely.
market.
And that would actually change right now I'm kind of old school. I have 2 diesel engines that I love. They're indestructible. They're just great. It's great. I get great performance. I don't burn a lot of fuel. But if someone comes along and makes a boat with electric propulsion that is affordable, that's the other key.
Right.
And
Yeah.
typically on the early stages of technologies like that, the price you have to pay is a premium. I mean, that's why electric cars required massive government tax credits to
Okay.
make them affordable. I mean,
Right.
you can't spend a normal person can't go out and spend $100,000 on an electric car, but if you get a $30,000 tax credit and kind of get into a range where you can kind of afford it, then that makes it desirable. Boats are a little different because boats are not a must-have; they're a want-to-have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Most people need a car to do things, right? So that economic lever may not be there in this industry.
Well, maybe.
Plus, they're not as efficient as vehicles. When it comes to moving across the miles, they just don't do it. Too
Well,
much
they got to
resistance.
keep innovating, just making them more desirable. Just like a new iPhone or a new Tesla or something like that. Whatever. Well, and I think it's just a matter of time. I honestly, I think it's 5 to 10 years. That's my guess.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be.
That's a long guess. I say 5 years. You could say 10 years, or you could say 5. You can't
Well, I
say
would
five.
say between 5 and 10. I think it's going to
Okay.
take at least
7.5
that much time.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot
a
of
range.
innovation during the next 5 years, and I
Yep,
think
I
some
agree.
technologies will start to enter the market in about 5 years that people will take a good hard look at.
Yeah,
So,
and when I say 5 to 10, I'm saying 5 to 10 years from now, electric power plants on boats are going to be the mainstream. That's my feeling. I think
And
it's going to
okay.
take a while for the technology to catch up, manufacturing, all this kind of stuff.
And-
Well, it'll be
Right.
nice. Yeah, it's funny. What Joe said, one thing I said, isn't it a lot quieter? And he said, not necessarily.
Right.
He said the motors have their own sounds that.
Actually, I hate. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just me, but the electric cars that they're forcing the sounds in too, so you can hear them.
Well, so you can hear them. Yeah, you don't hit someone.
Well, I know, but the sounds are really hideous.
Yes, they are.
I mean,
you should hear my truck. I've got a hybrid truck. I drive a Ford F-150 Power Boost, and when it's in electric mode, it makes all kinds of little whirring noises and strains.
It's like sounds like a spaceship is about to abduct you or something. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, and I have a reverse alarm. So when I put
it beep,
reverse,
beep,
beep, it goes dong, dong.
Oh my God!
When I'm backing into a parking space, it's like, man, this is.
I say
so
embarrassing, isn't it?
Just say instead of a sound, they should just put in some old lady like, get out of the way, and like, hey, I'm coming through. And just scream at it. People get them out of the way. That's just me for my own amusement. More coming up on the World of Boating.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 psi left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Listen up. The ship is sinking. Okay? We're going down right now. Just wrap your heads around the reality of that. In 5 minutes, this ship is going to be at the bottom of the lake, and there aren't enough spaces on the lifeboat. Who are we going to save? Who's going to fix this ship?
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Barry the boater, Mike the mariner rounding out the crew. All right, it's time to test the World of Boating crew's nautical knowledge and just show the world how clueless we actually are. And no, I'm kidding. I expect to ace this test that Barry the boater pulled from the Coast Guard proceedings. What is it? Newsletter or magazine or what?
It's a magazine that they put out quarterly throughout the year. You can go online and do a search for the Coast Guard proceedings and sign up, and they will mail it to you free of charge every quarter. And they have all kinds of stories. They specialize in, they always find a niche to specialize in, like the role of research in national incident reports.
Yeah.
And then you see there's a ship that's sinking.
Okay.
That's
they always talk about something about the chemical of the quarter. This month's chemical was diluted bitumen, which is
what language
what that
is
I don't know.
Chemical of the quarter?
Yeah, the chemical of the quarter, because ships carry a lot of chemicals, and what happens if you have a ship go down? You have to do something about those chemicals, like whether it's oil, or in this case, this oil is the Canadian tar oil, but it's so thick you cannot run it through piping or transport it on ships, so they dilute it with some chemical solvents to make it more fluidable, less viscous.
Okay.
And how do you deal with that if there's a spill? Anyhow,
does it taste any better, or
I don't know.
Only one
I'm
way
sure
to
I
find
could
out.
I'll order some and then we could drink up later. But they always have a set of 2 exams. One's called nautical engineering and the other's called nautical deck. Nautical deck are things like, what you would read, write, return, and, when to use your horn and stuff like that.
Well, let's find
Nautical
out. I got
So
4 of
let's
these
find out.
questions right now for them.
Yes.
From the query of nautical deck.
Okay, so I'm going to read the question, and you guys have the answers. Not the answers, but you had the 4 answers. You have to pick one of them.
All right, read the first question, Barry. Go.
Okay, both international and inland. What is the duration of each blast of the whistle signal used in head-on or crossing situations? So there's A is about 1 second, B is 2 to 4 seconds, C is 4 to 6, and D is 8 to 10.
I'm going to go 2 to 4. I kind of
And
want to
what-
go
what do you
4 to
got?
6, but
I'm going to go 2 to 4 as well.
Okay.
the answer is
It's a short blast. A short blast is about a second.
what?
You have two different types of either blast or dings. Short blast and a long blast.
So if we hear that's bad.
If
Very
you hear
bad.
if you hear 5 horns, that means something's going in reverse, for example. If you had 2 short blasts, I think you're supposed to turn the port. If you had 3 short blasts, I think you go to starboard. 5 is in reverse. In this case, if it's a crossing situation, it's a 1 second short blast.
Just 1 second short blast, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
beep.
That's it.
Ah.
And then a long blast would be beep,
Okay,
yeah,
what would the
a little
long
bit
blast
longer.
be then?
Probably about 4 seconds. And
Oh,
then you
okay.
have that one. You go on cruise ships all the time. Just before
Right.
they depart, don't they lay on that horn for like
Yeah.
half a minute?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it might be a little bit longer than short blast. But okay, you do a short blast because you have a head-on or crossing
Yeah.
situation ahead of you.
Situation.
But
Right.
so how do you wait? How long do you wait before you do it again? Like till
Well,
it's
if you've already crossed them,
yeah.
then you don't have to.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, when
but if
you're
you see
coming up
them,
to 'em-
yeah, you see them, say, I don't know, a couple hundred yards away.
Okay, so if
then
you think you're close enough that they'll
150.
hear you, yeah, and then if you do it again, you just lay on it a bunch of times and you change course,
and scream wildly.
and then you tell
Wave
them
your
that they're
hands in
number
the air.
one. Yeah, use the international symbol for that.
Right.
So you just lay on the horn until someone tells you to knock it off.
It sounds like
Yeah, well, that's Miami drivers.
I
That's a
think
whole
we
different
I
story.
think we all get that one correct then. When we look at
okay.
it that way.
All right.
Mike. All right. Next
Well-
question. Go, Barry. What is it?
Okay. This one's a little bit hard to understand. The midships house of your cargo vessel is constructed with an interior stair tower from the main deck to the bridge. Under what circumstances may the doors from each deck to the stair tower be kept open when underway? So there's a staircase that goes from the main deck all the way up to the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Under what circumstances can the doors be kept open when you're underway? What are
Kept
these
open.
doors for? They're either fire doors or they're for, flooding or something like that, right?
Yeah, I would say close quarters maneuvering, approaching the dock and leaving the dock when you might have to run up and down.
Well,
That's my guess. I've never run into that situation, obviously.
the 4 answers were on that sheet if you
Right.
looked at your homework.
Well, go ahead and read through them since you have
Okay,
them.
I'll read through them. A is they are to be kept closed at all times.
Nope.
B is they may be kept open if the ventilation or air AC system is shut down.
No.
Well, Mike isn't. Yeah, Mike is. C, they may be kept open if they can automatically closed from the bridge. And D is they can be kept open if the mustered list has personnel designated to close them in case of a fire. In
I'm
other
gonna say
words,
that.
list-
I'm gonna say D.
You're
Yeah,
going to
that's
say D?
probably
The last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Answer is
C.
oh
They-
gosh. See, I was actually thinking C too.
Okay.
It could have
so
been
wait.
automatically. See,
Remember-
when it can be automatically closed, all they've done is taken the crew and turned them into robots or AI to let them,
No.
Hey, shut the doors for them instead of
I
having a
know
person do it.
When you went to school, I know it was like a little schoolhouse with just one classroom. But
Yeah.
when we went to school, they had these doors that were held open by magnets. And then when there was a fire alarm or fire test, like hospitals have these set up,
Uh-huh.
they would release all these doors and they automatically close.
Right.
So they had the same thing on the ship.
Okay. All right. Well,
Right.
Once again, a gray area. I think
Gray.
we still get on the bell curve.
Okay.
I think Mike and I still get a good 70% correct on that one.
I'll give you an attaboy for trying.
Yes.
Okay, now this was an interesting one. I actually didn't get this because I've never seen this before. Which of the following is a hook that can be released quickly?
Mhm.
Okay, it's a hook, you know,
Yeah.
and Mike has one.
All right.
Longshore hook, a margin hook, a marginal hook, or a pelican hook.
Huh. I go with, since there's two margin, it's either margin or marginal hook. I'm
Yeah.
going to go margin. Mike, what say you?
I'm completely guessing here. I'm going to go pelican.
You are the winner, and here is a picture, if it'll come up, of a pelican hook.
Oh, okay.
Because I
yeah,
had to go
okay.
look it up. I've never
Wait,
seen
wait,
something like
but
that
he just
before.
guessed. So
I've
once
never
again,
Yeah, but he
so I know
guessed
what that
right.
is. Oh, I know what that is, but I've never called it a pelican hook.
What do you call it?
I've just called it a lever hook.
a lever hook.
Okay.
See?
Well,
I
it's
called it a lever hook, but I'm probably wrong. But
Hey, in
that's
some
what I've
third
always
world
called it.
countries, a lever hook is considered a margin hook. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay. Mike's in the lead. Okay, last
right.
question for this.
Real quick. Yeah.
All right. All persons or vessels within a lock area, including the lock approach channels, comes under the authority of which person? The dock master, the dock captain, the lock master, or the lock foreman?
Oh, now they split it. So you got a dock
yeah.
master, a dock captain, lock master, or a lock foreman.
What sounds
so-
correct?
I'm going to say lockmaster.
Yes, me too.
Finally, both of you got it right.
Yay! See? We didn't even need the bell curve on that one. There you go. So I think, according to my calculations, and I did flunk out of math, I think we aced that quiz. That's the story I'm sticking with. All right, more coming up.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network. You have successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Oh, look at this. So much fun, you'll ship your pants.
You'll ship your pants, bro! We singing and dancing. Singing and dancing. Singing and dancing. Singing and dancing. When that great, great ship comes in.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Barry the boater, Mike the mariner, acing these nautical tests. According to my
brain
calculations.
Yeah, right.
The brain trust.
Right.
That was the easy exam. Do you want to do the hard one?
Yes, let's do it. This one is engineering.
Nautical engineering. Okay, I'll go through it quickly. You do have the answers in front of you if you pulled up the PDF.
Well, we have the four choices, the A, B,
The four
C, D.
choices, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could start looking at them.
And go with the, C. It's always C. That's usually the code.
You know, I learned that too, but it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
In a diesel engine exhaust system, this is for Mike, the cooling of the exhaust gases below their dew point will result in increased engine back pressure, sulfuric acid corrosion, surface pitting of the turbocharger compressor blades, or moisture impingement on the turbocharger compressor blading.
D, that one.
D.
Wait, you say B or D? Which one, Mike?
D, Delta.
Okay, me too. That's correct, right?
No, it isn't.
What?
It's B. Sulfuric acid.
Really? It's not
Yeah.
moisture impingement?
No.
Well, that sucks.
Sulfuric.
Because-
Well, yeah, I can say. I mean, that is.
Yeah, that's what
I should
happens
have
to
thought
the.
about that. That is a byproduct of diesel smoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
and if you
right.
Have, yes. And
When
if
I
you have
take okay,
mix it
now
with
when I look at
water
it
and-
that way, I get it, and I was like,
oh,
okay,
now you get it. Yeah. Okay. Don't you have is your truck diesel or gas?
My truck is gas.
Okay. But your boat is an old diesel. It doesn't have to go through regen, right?
No.
Have you
but-
heard of
but-
regen?
but- yeah, but boats don't have DEF.
Exactly. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't have that. So
all right.
that's-
So we all got that one right. Next question, Barry.
Okay. In the I love it. Okay, let's see if we can get this one right. In the presence of an open flame or hot surface, fluorinated fluorocarbon refrigerants decompose and form what chemical substance? In other words, they change to something else. Are they carbon monoxide, water vapor, phosgene gas, or petroleum crystals? Let Greg answer.
Wait, what is
what is yours, Greg?
Wait, which one did Mike say?
He said petroleum crystals.
No, he said phosgene, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You're right.
Yes, of course I am.
Yeah, and you know what that is?
Frost.
Yeah,
that's nerve gas.
That's nerve gas. Yes. Yeah.
That is nerve gas. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you burn certain refrigerants, not all refrigerants, but certain refrigerants, the byproduct is phosgene, which is nerve gas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm
that's
gonna
what
have
they
some
used in
fun with that.
World War One, I think they used a lot of that.
Okay.
Yep. There was a lot of nerve gas used. And,
Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting. So I know how to, how to punk Barry the boater next time we're out on a boat. All right. Next question.
There's no chlorinated fluorocarbons in my boat. However, there are in your AC.
Well, we'll bring something.
So there you go. So if you break that AC line and put it near something hot, you kill yourself. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. An open primary coil in the voltage transformer will be indicated by which of the listed conditions? So an open primary coil means that it's open. The wire is not connected.
Right.
No voltage on the output of the secondary coil. Low resistance value on the primary coil. An infinite resistance value on the secondary coil. Or an overloaded secondary coil.
I think it's A.
I want to see what Greg says.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
Why?
Because if we're going to go
so?
yes. Because if we're going to go down, we're going to go down as a team.
There we go. Well, Mike is correct.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah. If your primary is open, the secondary has no voltage on
Right.
it because a transformer.
Well, you wait, just to correct the record, the team was correct, Barry.
The team was correct. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
All right, next question.
Okay. Now Greg gets to answer this one first.
Okay.
Circulation of water and the steam water mixture within a natural circulation boiler is retarded by.
You can't use that word these days. You know that, right?
You know, retarded doesn't mean someone is there's a mental deficiency. It means slowing down.
Like Barry.
Like Greg. Okay. So what are the four things? Back pressure in the steam drum acting on the user's tubes. Large changes in steam density. Fluid friction in the downcomer's drums, generating tubes, and headers. Or high feed water pressure.
Oh, wow. This one's easy. As they say, it's always C. Which is fluid friction in the downcomer's drums, generating tubes, and headers.
And what do you think, Mr. Mike?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You're both correct.
Yeah, see? Once again, I proved that urban legend that C is always correct, because I totally put that one to the test. I had no friggin' clue what the correct answer was.
Yeah.
See, it works. It's always
sometimes
C.
you look at some of the answers and you just think about it for a little bit and you say, well, something's slowing water down, and there is such thing as friction with water.
Or you just use the rule that it's always C.
I mean, if you have a brand new propeller that is absolutely polished smooth, and then you have one with a bunch of what do they call them?
Barnacles
on them. Yeah, barnacles and stuff like that. Which one's going to cut through the water better?
The one without the barnacles. Yeah.
Right. Less friction.
Right.
Yeah.
Turbulence.
So there you go.
Like Greg's monkey heart has special tubes in it to keep less friction.
This is true. And the only downside is when I get agitated, I like to throw my poo at people.
Yes, he does.
But that's just
I haven't witnessed that, thank God.
Unfortunate side effect.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah, he usually does that during scuba.
Well,
and then we give him.
I don't think I've pissed him off yet, though.
Yeah. Well, just give
throw
it
him
some
a bag
time.
of peanuts and he'll be happy.
Yeah.
Or buy him 2 cymbals and he'll just sit here and go like this.
Okay. Right. But yeah, I think we proved that the World of Boating crew is probably a little bit more nautically enhanced or
a little bit smarter than before.
The average bear.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll find out next quarter. Let's see. This was the spring quarter, so one should be coming out for fall.
Oh, I thought this was an annual thing.
Questions. No, you get this 4 times a year.
Oh my God. That's too much pressure, too much studying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but sometimes it's good to kind of go through things like this, and when you don't know the answer, now that you heard something, maybe it'll trigger, and you might next time you need, for instance, like a nerve agent to take out one of the passengers that's annoying you on your vessel, Barry.
Yeah,
just hit him with a dose of frost from your refrigerator, and you're good to go.
I got a quick email from Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. They said that tickets are on sale.
There you go.
And you're not going to be able to buy it. Yeah, you won't be able to buy them there. So you have to get them online. So start looking around, buy your tickets.
Yeah, got to plan accordingly. I think, honestly, the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show is going to be the event of the year to find out exactly how the industry is doing. That's my prediction, Barry. What do you think?
Okay.
I mean, we're seeing some signs as things are starting to, settle a little bit economy-wise. By then, in another month or two. No, and you see some reports that they're expecting to have a big show in October.
Oh no, I'm hoping they have a big show. I hope they have that building done. They were building a beautiful hotel right next to it.
Yeah, well, maybe that is the plan. But
I think Mike should get a room there for us to use.
We probably will. We did. I mean, we stayed in a really nice hotel there last year down the street. But yeah, we're going to do that again.
Okay. Right. Well, Barry's trying to sponge a bed off you, it sounds like to me, Mike.
No, it's just a place to use the restroom.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's even more disturbing. On that note, we're going to wrap it up till next time. Remember, whether it is sail or motor,
life is better as a boater.
Safe boating, everyone.
Barnacle-bitten swab. World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.